Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Ethel Wilhite, 83 of Vinemont, will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow in Coleman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Burial in Coleman City Cemetery. Coleman Heritage is directing. Mr. Wilhite passed away yesterday at Coleman Regional Medical Center. Visitation will be 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. Funeral services for Janelle Harris Wingo, age 82, will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow at Rice's Chapel Baptist Church. Dan Anderson will officiate. Burial in the church cemetery. The body will lie in state from 1 to 2 p.m. at the church. Hansville Funeral Home is directing. Ms. Wingo passed away Monday at her residence. Visitation will be from 5:30 to 9 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. And those are our obituaries today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2. We are broadcasting live as we do every day at channel2coleman.com. Programs are archived on the same website so you can watch our show anytime you want to. Beautiful sunrise this morning, gorgeous. A nice day.
Gorgeous, yeah.
But it's going to get cooler. I was going to say cold, but up north it's going to get cold. There's a big Canadian front moving its way through the country. Coming up this weekend.
So it's going to get cooler today? I mean, the temperatures are going to
probably
drop?
on the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Probably on the weekend. Let's check the weather forecast. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Here's the weather almanac for the 20th of November in Coleman, Alabama. The average high temperature 62. The average low is 41. The record high is 79 in 1942. The record low 10 degrees.
Wow.
1914. Sunset this afternoon, 7 minutes after 5. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 2 minutes before 6. And here's the current conditions. 36 degrees right now. Winds are calm. Humidity 79%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The barometer is rising slowly at 30.20. And here's the satellite picture. You can see what's going on around the country, and you really can't see that Canadian front defined yet, but it will be working its way south. Right now, it doesn't look too bad in the south. Here's our forecast. Sunny and breezy again today with a high near 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low around 42. Partly sunny tomorrow, a high of 63. And probably on Friday is when the cold front will be coming through. 40% chance of rain, a high around 64. Saturday, high around 50 with a 50% chance of rain. Sunday, the high around 40. This will be following a low of 27.
Okay.
The low Monday morning will be 25. The high of 46 on Monday and Tuesday. We will be journeying north this weekend. That's why I've been paying attention to the weather. And the overnight low in St. Louis is expected to be in the teens by Sunday morning.
Very good.
But no snow.
Well, I was going to say, as long as you don't have snow, you can handle the cold weather.
Yes, you can dress for cold weather.
Yes.
But anyway, for people up north, it's going to get mighty cold this weekend.
And you don't drive a diesel. Sometimes diesel is affected by the low temperatures. Yeah, definitely. But since you have a regular gas-powered vehicle, then you're going to be okay.
And hopefully the prices will continue to be going down.
Yes. Ooh, goodness, yeah.
At least until I can get to Kentucky.
Okay.
Of course, really, we found out, I talked about this in our last trip up north, that the gas prices here were as low. Well, the only place we found last time that was substantially lower was in Iowa. It's a long ways to drive to fill up a tank of gas.
Definitely.
But you do not want to buy gas in Tennessee or in Illinois.
No, Tennessee is bad right now.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's really expensive over
there.
They're
real proud of their gasoline.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, who's our Facebook friend of the day for today?
Well, let's take a look at that. Lisa Rice is, and she likes Gone with the Wind, and The Color Purple. Okay, two good movies.
Two good books.
Yeah, that's true. And she is, of course, going to win her barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Just come by here first, pick up that certificate, and go get your sandwich.
And who's our guest for today?
Deb Laslie is here. We always enjoy when Deb comes on. She, of course, is the owner of Deb's Bookstore, has always brought us wonderful books. I usually go right afterwards and at least buy one of them because she just makes them sound so interesting. I just can't wait. So
she always puts in a book or two for you and me, doesn't she?
Oh, yes, specifically, and it seems to work.
Yes, it does.
Our marketing ploy usually works.
George is here with news and commentary right after this.
This is corporate headquarters. As you can see, I have a unique business. How do I compete with the big boys? Got this fancy business address, a marketing department, distribution center, and a great team, even a cafeteria.
That's mine.
From packing and shipping to printing and mailbox services, come into the UPS store for everything a small business needs.
I love logistics.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Time for news and commentary on this Wednesday morning. Look at the Morning Coleman Times. It looks as though, according to the reporters, we're going to have on December the 6th snow. December the 6th is when you can expect snow, at least in one place, in Coleman, the city, in one location. Not Vinemont. No, we're talking about Heritage Park. Okay, not Heritage Park. It's going to be, here, Coleman, the Depot Park, excuse me. They're going to have a snow machine going. Mayor's going to read a Christmas story followed by a snow dance. And, Christmas story, maybe not the snow dance. And then they're going to have snow for about an hour falling. Got one of those artificial snow machines, so that should be fun for kids and all. Also, it's 7:09. Do you know where your boa constrictor is? If you're missing one, the police have it in Coleman. Yesterday afternoon, 2nd Avenue, Southwest, someone said, well, there's a burlap sack moving around a lot. What's in it? It's a 5-foot boa constrictor. Someone turned their snake loose in a sack, I guess. And police found a large snake in the pillowcase located next to a garbage can. They're trying to figure out who it belongs to. My goodness. Boy, howdy. I would not want to be the neighbor to the person. Well, I'd be glad that they got rid of it, but snakes, just something about it that doesn't sit well, huh? In Bessemer, Jacqueline Kimball, young girl, heard that underneath their trailer was an old well. An old well. Well, you don't see many wells anymore, but given the price of water in the future, we may be ready to start digging. At any rate, underneath the trailer, she thought, well, I'm going to go down there and see what's inside that well. Never been in there. Let me tell you what, I don't like fooling around a well. Dark under there, so she goes down there and she sees the remains of a body. They've got a body in a well underneath their trailer in Bessemer. Police pulling out the remains, trying to figure out who it belongs to, trying to find the former owners of the property, trying to learn what's going on there. Also, we talked about the international paper closing and the repercussions from that, in as much as in Coleman County it's getting more difficult to find someone to buy pulpwood. If you have a case of pine beetles, at least you can get something, or used to get something out of your pine trees. I'm in that dilemma now, some property that I own, and all these pines are infested. Let's get rid of them. But now, since international paper's closing, in fact, they shut down one of the plants this morning, or yesterday. Since they're closing, you're not going to be able to buy pulpwood now. You can still sell, wood trees for lumber purposes, I guess, but the pulpwood end is lacking. As a result, it's not just that's a problem. Obviously, there was some 300 jobs that are going to be lost over there. The county commissions realized that they could lose as much as $400,000, but the hardest hit's going to be education. The education system in Lawrence County is going to lose close to $1 million. It won't happen for another year or so to see the effects, but that's what's happening. In Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year, you will may see a protest. Some folks upset with the fact that SeaWorld has a float and that SeaWorld, according to some new documentary, has been mistreating their whales, and so they're going to protest along the parade route. Everyone's got to have their 15 minutes of fame, it looks like. In Washington, Chris Platt, reporting, and it's kind of an interesting story. Our president was among the other living presidents asked by PBS documentary producer Ken Burns, who's done a great job producing documentaries on the Civil War and other issues, many of them social issues. He's a libertarian, not a libertarian, he's a liberal, I should say. Ken Burns got all of our presidents to recite the Gettysburg Address because it's coming up on the anniversary of that, or was yesterday, I guess it was. He got all the presidents to recite lines from that, to read it. The only one who made a change was Barack Obama. He left out the words, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom. What does that tell you about somebody that we call our president? And what does it say about where we're headed? I'm not a doomsday kind of person. They have those shows on television, doomsday preparers and such, But it is scary. It was scary even back in 1965. 1965, when all of you knew Paul Harvey, ABC News commentator, did the news each day about noon or so. Paul Harvey in 1965 saw things that we didn't see at the time. In fact, we would have thought, this guy's kind of nuts. I'm going to play that for you. Let's hear what Paul Harvey had to say back in 1965.
If I were the devil, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of the serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions, just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey. Good day.
In the nation, we worry about fire-breathing monsters, and we worry about spinach. At Nationwide Insurance, we take care of the big things like protecting you, so you only have to worry about the little stuff. We put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation that doesn't sweat it.
Nationwide is on your side.
Now, what is the worst?
Last minute Christmas shopping.
Right.
This year,
We start right after Halloween. We still have months. We are in good shape.
lots of time.
Lots of time.
Is that a Christmas tree?
I think so.
In a rush? Come to the UPS store and we'll pack and ship all your gifts.
I love logistics!
That's why I shop at Doug Doggett Jewelers.
We continue with more of Today on 2. Let's see what we have to give away for prizes for today. We have the family barbecue package from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, which includes a pound of meat, all the sides. And we have the pass to the Wellness and Aquatic Center, which admits 6 people to the Wellness and Aquatic Center. Those are the prizes for today. Let's look at our merchant ads. We'll ask you a question, of course. Highway 278 Pickers, an antique mall and market. They have 3 levels of vendors, 26 booths and storefronts, all sorts of items, and they're on Highway 278 West.
Cotton State Barns of Coleman is also on Highway 278 West, just past I-65. They have carports for sale, play sets, utility trailers, storage buildings, great Christmas presents. Cotton State Barns of Coleman.
Busy Bee announces, backed by popular demand, German meals on the permanent menu. This will be starting the first weekend of December, along with the Christmas parade about the same weekend.
Very good. Ed White Jewelers. It's a Christmas tradition now for 51 years. Experience the holidays with a gift they'll remember and cherish. Highway 31, right across from Sportsman's Lake Park. That's Ed White Jewelers.
Earl's Body Shop voted Best Towing Service. David, Diane, and the employees, thank you for the honor. They're on Highway 31 North, Earl's Body Shop.
And the new fitness facility right downtown Coleman is called Be Fit, right next to Renard's Gallery. It's located at, on First Avenue. It's $50 per month to month, no contracts, and it does include a personal trainer.
Yates Chance Christian Bookstore, counting down the days till Christmas. They have a store-wide selection of holiday gifts for every budget. Count on Yates Chance for the holidays and keep Christ in Christmas.
Tires for Less is more than just tires. Bridgestone, Firestone are the tires that they feature, but they can sell you other kinds of tires, and they can do other things like have oil change done there and minor engine repairs.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, where they have men's suits and sport coats, casual wear, and regular big and tall sizes. Mr. Hicks Menswear on Compass Way Southwest.
And Doug Doggett Jewelers, located right there in Compass Way, Southwest Coleman. And, of course, you can visit them on the web, DougDoggettJewelers.com, I guess. And, of course, they're featuring their new LaFawn line.
The $5 lunch is available every day at Dairy Queen. And, by the way, that includes dessert. Dairy Queen, the lunch special is good from 11 to 4 every day.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, offering that family barbecue pack. Would be great for Iron Bowl weekend. It's just a pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, 4 buns and sauce, and it's just $50.
There we go with some of our merchant ads for today. Question should be an easy one for today. Which advertiser was voted best towing service? No, it wasn't Deb's Bookstore. You were in a different category, weren't you?
Yeah.
Bookstore.
Okay.
All right. Which advertiser was best towing service? 256-734-7399 is our phone number. And we have the family pack of barbecue from Mad Dog Mike's Barbecue and the pass to the Wellness and Aquatic Center. And we'll answer your phone calls right after we watch Money, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Good morning. I'm Jordan Carter with Premier Bank. Today I want to tell you about how internet banking can be beneficial to a small business. Internet banking can help a small business reconcile bank statements, make transfers, along with various other functions. I hope that this will make running your business a little easier. Thank you.
Always expected. And we're back.
Welcome back to Today On 2. And let's see, they tell us that we have a caller ready to go. Hello, who's calling?
Geraldine.
Hi, Geraldine. From where are you calling?
Holly Pond.
Okay, which advertiser was voted best towing service?
Earl's Body Shop.
Earl's Body Shop. It's kind of a choice of one or two. You have pretty easy selection. Stay on the line, Geraldine. Thanks for calling in. Let's look at the rest of our ads right now. Huntsville Guns and Ammo. Paul is locked and loaded and targeting high prices. Cash price on guns now just 15% above wholesale at Huntsville Guns and Ammo.
And the UPS store has all your Christmas shipping needs. They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 6 and on Saturdays from 8 until 2. Located in the South Coleman Shopping Center. That was so convenient.
Auto Tech, where they do major engine repairs, transmission and brake repair on all vehicles, foreign and domestic, on County Road 1354 in Vinemont.
And Mullins Body Shop, you've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing, and you can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at Mullins Body Shop.
AmeriGas is now Coast Gas, different name, same personnel. Check their fall tank special. They have 24-hour call, full service inside and out, located on Eva Road near Highway 157.
And Brown & Company is available right there on Highway 157. They are a specialty wine and beer store. Have the taste of fall with seasonal beers in stock, wine and beer tastings occasionally. Brown & Company.
Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air, where they have licensed inflatables, and they have concession equipment also available. Call Holly Mullins today to book.
And Deb's Bookstore. We're going to visit with Miss Deb in just a few minutes, where she has gift certificates available. Browsers are always welcome. Used books half price off every day. New books are 20% off every day at Deb's Bookstore.
Night Free Insurance, providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations. Voted one of the top 10 growth agencies in the state of Alabama for auto owners insurance.
And Grand Point Pharmacy. Think outside the box for the season. Go by there and visit their gift shop, where they have the ginger snap jewelry, distinctive coffee flavors, case knives that are engraved, jelly bead rugs, a great selection.
The Wellness and Aquatic Center reminds you they have the full fitness center with weights, cardio, and professional training, the indoor walking track, indoor pool. The Wellness and Aquatic Center.
And Baldwin Counseling Center. Dr. Howard Rogers is the guy that you want to give a call to, so you can go ahead and set up an appointment and talk about those problems that you're having, whether it's weight loss or individual or family counseling that you need.
Okay, those are merchant ads for today. Let's check. Oh, we don't have any birthdays
No
to talk
birthdays
about
to announce
for today.
Yeah.
Deb Laslie is here and ready to tell us about her latest favorite books.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers.
almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Welcome back to Today on 2.
Always slip that up on us.
We're yapping.
That's right.
Deb Laslie is here from Deb's Bookstore with her latest favorite books.
Always. There's so many to choose from.
That's
We
true.
can hardly decide. I got a basket full there.
We didn't
I got
have-
my dog between my legs here.
We
This is
didn't
gonna
have
be
a
little
chance to tell you, but our Facebook friend of the day's favorites were Gone with the Wind and The Color Purple. And
Those
I
are
thought,
different.
I'll bet you. I'll bet you have both books.
Of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What self-respecting bookstore would not have?
Exactly.
That's true.
What else do you have?
Well, I have Christmas Therapy.
Oh.
You know, the little elf help books. These are so good. And there's one called Christmas Therapy. And I wanted just to read you 2 little snippets real quick so that you know that you would need this book.
Okay.
Simplify your celebration. Big is not always best. Expensive is not always valuable. Time-consuming is not always lasting. Isn't that nice? We need to think about these things. So these are nice little Christmas books, therapy books, little stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
And there's therapy for stuff you didn't know you needed. There's like therapy for this and therapy for that. And
Okay.
they're nice little books. I like them. Come in and see them.
Good.
Dennis was just talking about this book. He saw it in the paper. Is it too shiny? Do I need to move it?
We don't know. Just give us
Look on
a
that.
minute.
Anyway, it's the 52 Alabama road trips put out by the Birmingham News. And so I called them and I said, hey, and they said, sure. So I got them.
Okay, good deal.
And they're 20% off what the Birmingham News is selling them for.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to spread that around.
And
Anyway.
there's one road trip to Coleman.
Yeah, there's actually a whole couple of pages on Coleman.
Okay.
So in
really?
different sections. So yeah, I was really interesting, and I was real pleased to see that. There's a couple of places that I had never heard of before. So we'll be taking some road trips. I'll give you all a review.
Okay. Good.
Along with the road trips is the Alabama food, and of course the Allsteak is in there.
Of course.
So, but it does have the old address. So.
Oh, so don't go
Oops.
there. Oops,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah. But anyway, but they do say that they are moving soon. So.
What's
yeah.
that item on the cover?
I don't know, some kind of hooty-doo thing with
It
bacon.
looks like something that
It's got bacon on
Frank
it, so it
Stitt
can't
would
be bad.
do, so
Ooh,
kind of that's what
yeah.
it looks like.
Bacon and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
We
so
need to take
yeah.
a road trip.
Anyway, these are actually would be really nice gifts,
Yeah.
especially if you've got some out-of-town visitors or something like that. And you can say, "Oh, look, why don't y'all go do one of these?"
Right, right. Go away for a week.
Go away for a week,
Come back.
and then go to some of these restaurants and bring us leftovers
Sure. Right.
and orange rolls. Always bring orange rolls.
Right, right, right.
We have lots of. I know it's early, and I know it's before Thanksgiving, but people really are doing their Christmas shopping early this
Oh,
year.
yes. I know. I
And
am.
here's my new favorite little kids' Christmas book. I
Oh,
love this
goodness.
book.
Okay.
It's called Room for a Little One. And look, Jacqueline, I'm putting it down and I'm
I
not
am
touching
so
it.
impressed. I
It
am
only
so
took me like
impressed.
6 years to get that
I
right. Anyway, it's a little fuzzy, but
Yeah,
it's a board book. And so that means the pages are really thick and easy to turn for young hands. But basically, it's the story of the old cow, and the dog comes up and it's cold outside. He says, well, there's always room for one more. And
Yeah.
you can guess who the last little visitor is. And so it's very sweet. I really
Yeah.
like that little book. And then we have other little Christmas books. We have Pokey Little Puppy's First Christmas. All the little golden books that we remember growing up have been reprinted. So they're beautiful, and they're a great price. They're just a little over $3 each. They're perfect. So there's Pokey Little Puppy, there's The Night Before Christmas, there's Thomas's Night Before Christmas. We also have the regular Christmas story and the Animal Christmas Story and all the classic golden books that you remember.
Just a second. Ted, do we need to switch to this
there's
camera
a
so we
finger.
can get it in focus?
Don't be afraid. It's just George.
That's right. Keep going, keep going. We're just
Anyway,
gonna keep going.
so we also have The Littlest Angel, which is kind of a classic if you're not familiar with this book. This is a great little read-aloud book for your family and friends and adults in your family that probably need a little angel in their life.
Okay.
And then we have the new Kate DiCamillo, who's one of my absolutely favoriteest kids authors. Oh, look, it's working. This is called Flora and Ulysses. We're switching cameras?
Well,
okay.
No,
we're not.
We must be on the middle one. We don't know which one we're on.
Well, whatever. This is a great book. Okay. This is about a young girl. Now they want it this way.
No, she's got it on
This
that middle
way.
camera.
We're just going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Anyway, so anyway, back to the book.
I think all cameras are on the book, so let's focus on the book.
Kate DiCamillo's latest book, Flora and Ulysses. Flora is a kind of a geeky little girl. I just love her to death. And she goes, she hears this horrendous sound. Her next door neighbor has the new XP 2000 vacuum cleaner. And she's actually been drugged by the vacuum cleaner out into the yard and is now sucking up leaves. And a squirrel. So Flora is devastated. Oh no, we got to get the squirrel out of the vacuum cleaner. So they do, but something miraculous has happened to the squirrel inside the vacuum cleaner. It has gotten superhuman powers. So it's very strong and it can fly. And the story begins.
Oh my goodness.
It's a great story, great read aloud, and some lovely little illustrations. I read this in like a night. I mean, so for me it was a really quick read. Younger kids, it might take them like 2 days. But it was so much fun. It would be a great read aloud. Teachers, if you've got a few minutes, I know you really shouldn't be watching TV now, but when you watch this later, this would be when you got some filler time before Christmas, when the kids are kind of unsettled, and this would be so much fun to read aloud. It's just such a great book.
Oh, good.
And speaking of fun, Fanny Flagg!
Oh, she's back!
I missed her so much. Fanny's got the all-girl filling station's last reunion. This delightful. I'm going to finish it tonight. I'm like 2 chapters from the end, and it's just wonderful. I love it. If you've never read a Fanny Flagg book, this would be a great book to start on. Or any other Fanny Flagg book would be a good book to start on.
I haven't read her in years.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I went back and read Redbird Christmas not too long ago, just because I hadn't read it in 20 years. It was so good. Anyway, you got it. This is anytime, if you like Fanny, if you like a good Southern story, if you like reading about people next door, you know everybody in here.
Okay.
It's great. It's so good. It actually flips back and forth between the beginnings of World War II and present day down in South Alabama. It's just a lot. Down in Point Clear, actually.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
We've got the Rush book, Rush Revere and the Brave Pilgrims, which is actually pretty darn good.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's really, really high quality. You know, Rush doesn't skimp. Really high quality pages, easy to read, words, just very nicely done. Good story. I know if you listen to Rush, all you're hearing is raves. The kids just love it. And they can't put it down. Well, duh, they're not going to play the ones that didn't like it. But anyway, but it really is very good. I was very impressed with it, and I think it'll do for a long time.
What age group?
Oh, I would say probably maybe early junior high, late elementary to, I liked it.
Adulthood.
Oh yeah, it was fun. And Glenn Beck's new book that came out yesterday, what's the name of it? Miracles and Massacres. I haven't had a chance to read this one yet. I've skimmed through it. And it was, what I've read is excellent. You know, Glenn doesn't do a bad book either.
No.
But his author's note at the very beginning is just, I know we're kind of tight on time, but this is important. He's got 12 different stories of good stuff and not so good stuff that happened in the United States. I realize that all of them can be put into one of 3 categories. The good guys win. The good guys win, but it takes a while. Or the good guys lose because people put their trust into politicians instead of each other. I hope that the stories in that final category, the German saboteurs and the Battle of Wounded Knee, for example, remind people why we should rely on ourselves, our neighbors, and our God, but never on our government. Duh.
Okay.
Anyway, so anybody visited any not working websites lately? Anyway, so
we're all out of time.
Oh, darn.
I know, you can go on and on.
Come on down down to the store. We got gift certificates, which always fit and don't expire. And we've got a special little deal this year that says if you get a $25 gift certificate, I will give you a free coffee mug that says "So many books, so little time."
Okay.
In a little bag. It's a great gift. There's a shine on my. I'm glowing.
It's the window. It's the sun coming in.
It's a halo.
It's a halo.
It's a halo. It's one-sided.
Yes, one-sided.
Only shows on Deb.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more right after this.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fit.
That's why I shop at Doggett Jewelry.
Putting on the Ritz.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Now it's time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Holly Pond Homemakers Club is having a bake sale this Saturday at 8 a.m. in the Holly Pond Town Hall. If you have baked goods, I guess you need to be there by 7:30 in the morning. Benefits the upkeep of the Holly Pond Cemetery. And Vinemont Band Boosters is having their annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Bazaar Saturday, November the 23rd. That's this Saturday at the Civic Center from 9 until 5. Everyone is invited to come and shop. Christmas Festival and Market is going to be taking place at, St. John's Church. I'm glad I knew that because it's not on there. It's going to be on Saturday, December the 14th from 1 until 6. Come ready to play, eat, shop, and celebrate. And if you have a community billboard, please email us at channel2coleman@gmail.com, phone 256-734-7399, fax 256-734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook. Channel 2, spell out the number 2 Coleman.
The weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Sunny and breezy today, a high around 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 42. Partly sunny tomorrow with a high near 63. That's our program for today. Thank you for watching Today on 2.
Hope you have a great day.